What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and we have the weekly news, or latest info, as they're calling it. There's a decent amount to talk about, and something I wasn't actually expecting here. Now, let's go ahead and talk. Version 10.4.6 is launching. That is scheduled. It says Wednesday, or scheduled for 11/18. That actually would then be 11/17 for all of us, because remember that is most of us, because that is always JP time. They're about 12 hours ahead of where I'm at. So most of y'all, this is going to be a day prior. Now, we are getting another banner. I wasn't expecting this. Kind of don't want it, because I want to save some Iris. And what's interesting, every unit on this banner is going to be brand new to every single player in this game. Now, I have talked about in the video yesterday, and it's a damn good thing I dropped that video, because every time you get a new unit, you want to collect at least one of each unit. Now, these units are not going to be time limited, so that's the good news. If you don't get them now, it's not the end of the world. Me, personally, I'm going to want one of each, just for CP levels, and that's a great way to grind out some extra Iris, etc., etc. But all new units dropping in the game, and let's first talk about Aragana. So, the Goddess Shadow, Argana. Alright. First of all, some pretty good stats here. Almost 4,000 HP. 259 MP is okay. It's not the greatest. It's not the worst. 2,045, so a triple S stat on her strength. 1,147, a really good stat on her agility. But let's look at her skills, okay? Skill 1 is an allies. Fast, physical, magic resist, and guard rate plus 30% for 5 turns. So that's magic resist to all your units. So, in other words, if you're using that in Wargame, that would eliminate the magic, or I say eliminate, not going to eliminate by a long shot, but that is going to kind of deter that magic meta, though I think with lead we kind of already got around that. Not a lot of magic units being used once again, so I don't know how useful that is. For 5 turns, gain 3 additional. Okay, so that's for 5 turns. So it says gain 3 additional actions. Foes plural, low dark physical attack. Okay, so once again, more dark units. Skill 2 is a foes plural, fast, high physical attack with ultra uncounter rate. Uncounter rate actually is really good, because when you hit somebody in Wargame with that they're a lot less likely to counter. Encounters can kill you. Self strength 70%, AoE resistance plus 40%. For 2 turns. So in other words, she resists all AoE attacks 40%. That's interesting, but that's only on herself, and she doesn't give herself a dark buff. Interesting. Skill 3, foe singular, high dark physical attack with ultra unguard rate for every AoE resistance buff on herself, skill damage plus 40%. So she's going to give herself a really nice AoE buff, and then she's just going to kind of be able to do damage there. So interesting thought. Now, her essay, I'm going to have to really digest these, and we'll do it before you start my video tomorrow, but her essay is foes plural, ultra dark physical attack with ultra and guard rate and temporary great strength boost. Self, strength, and dark damage plus 80%. So on her essay, she finally gets her dark damage skill, which is really nice, because then she doesn't really require Haruhime to do that. So she'll actually be pretty respectable. And then AoE resistance becomes 50%. So once again, a very respectable unit. Actually, I kind of want her. I'm going to be honest. I do kind of want that unit. And she's an ogre killer, which is going to come into play. We'll get into that here in a moment. You will want ogre killers coming up shortly. Okay, let's get into. I keep wanting to call her Bocce, but I'm pretty sure it's. It looks like it's Bocce. She plays lawn bowling. All right, Bocce's another interesting one. HP's not quite as high. MP 289. Another triple S strength stat and a decently high. I mean, higher than we've had prior. Agility stat, though I'm going to be honest, her art is kind of not great. It really isn't. I mean, I get what they're going for there, but it's just kind of not great. It's distracting, in fact. Not in a good way either. So skill 1, foes plural for 4 turns, penetration rate and physical for minus 30%. So all your foes are going to get a 30% reduction in penetration rate and physical resistance. Gain 3 additional actions, foes plural, low dark physical attack for 1 turn. What? Oh, for 1 turn, 35% HP poison. So interesting. So she's a poison unit too. And that poison only comes in her extra action. Interesting. But the thing to remember about this, and the thing that kind of makes this a little bit interesting for Wargame, is that poison only occurs on the 2nd turn. Though the physical resist is down, I don't know. I'd have to see how that works. That could be great, that could be crap. I'd really have to see how it works out. Okay? Skill 2, foes, plural, super dark physical attack with ultra penetration and temporary strength boost for 2 turns. Self, strength plus 70% and foes, poison resistance minus 75%. Oh. So you really, man, that kind of nullifies skill 1. Because skill 1... I gotta really think about how that's going to work. Because you'd want to do skill 2 and then skill 1. But then that means that poison only happens on skill 3. Now, you could very easily just do skill 1 and skip skill 2. But then you're not getting the maximum amount of damage out of her. But you're really only using her as an ailment unit at that point. But you're really relying on the ailment on turn 2. This is give and a take. I really have to digest how she works before we get too deep into that. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Skill 3 is a foe singular high dark physical attack with ultra critical. And if the enemy is poisoned, skill damage plus 60%. Alright, so let's talk about skill 3 here for a second. But let me first talk about her SA. SA is foes, plural, ultra dark physical attack with ultra penetration and temporary great strength boost for 3 turns, 40% HP poison. Now, that basically means if you ever want that to be effective, then you have to poison. Well, you basically have to get the SA out before skill 3. It's weird. We'll talk about that tomorrow. That's weird. Okay? And she's an ogre killer, so we'll talk about all that tomorrow. She's weird. I think they just kind of took the wind out of her sails. All right, Kali. Kali is an assist. She gives you 1,000 HP, which is really great for an assist. A very good strength stat at 615. Agility stat 440, so interesting unit all around. And when she's maximum broken, she does allies strength and critical rate plus 15%, dark damage plus 20%. So if you have a dark team, really great opportunity to acquire this unit. Yeah, interesting. Now remember, every single one of these units are brand new. So just getting one of these units is going to give you the CP rewards. It's almost worth just going after the one on the banner. You know, hopefully it doesn't cost you 4,000. I might just do paid for a couple of them and then save my free-to-play Iris. I don't know. I'll have to consider that, and we'll do it before you send the video tomorrow. EX and high difficulty quests available. So they're going to add EX levels to this event. Remember, those are the whale levels, but I will cover each one of these. Remember, when these dropped, and they're going to drop tomorrow, even though it says 11/12, it's going to drop 11/11 for most of us. Remember, when these things drop, they're very difficult. They're very hard. But if they're anything like last time, they're very beatable. And that means there's going to be Iris and Hero Lights up for grabs. So probably a good time to start considering what you're going to do with those teams. And I'm going to gather that dark teams are going to be very preferential for a lot of these. And maybe some ogres. We'll see. All right, Wrecker Buster. Reveri's back for Wrecker Buster. She's going to be a light type, so that means you're going to want dark units. Which sucks, because no one here was really single target dark. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to cover that in its own video. 7th Zone is back. I don't know what the typing is, but we'll have to see how all that drops. I'm going to guess one of those is going to be dark type because we just got light type, and probably fire because we just got wind. So, or did we have fire the week before that? I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, we'll know all that tomorrow when we get the data mines. So interesting stuff. So beyond that, we've got new login bonuses. This is what they're actually going to look like here. So you got some, Essential Fauna here in the end. Looks like 250 iris. That's not bad. Plus some hammers and some bellows, which always in need of. So very useful login bonuses. Once again, make sure you log in every single day. Anime episode, Season 3, Episode 7 will be airing on Friday. The Play Danmachi after the end of the anime, for Danmachi Season 3, Episode 7's presents, anime gacha, 1 free 11 draw, new anime side stories, etc., etc., etc. That actually brings us to the unit, and I don't know who this is, because they have censored it. Now, if you look at it, there's a couple of feminine feet there. Actually, it looks like it could be 2 units. I think I see 3 feet. It could be 2 units. I don't know. I can't tell who that is. I really can't tell who that is. We'll probably know tomorrow when we get the data mines, so we'll stay tuned for that. New system, Skill Flow. Aim for the highest rank. True Familia Royale. So, Skill Flow is a new system. We don't know anything about it. We're going to find out next week. But Familia Royale is coming back, and that's interesting because we haven't had Familia Royale in a good minute. So, yeah, we shall have to see how this plays out. Familia Royale is a lot different than Familia Rush. It plays a little bit more like Record Buster, I would say. But we'll talk about all that. We'll go over Familia Royale and what that is and how to do that next week. But for now, and we don't know what the skill flow is, so we'll have to see what skill flow does. I'm gonna guess it probably has something to do, and once again, these are ogre types, so I'm gonna guess you're gonna need these new dark units to take this on. So, yeah, very interesting stuff. But that's pretty much the news. So, Familia Wargame, I believe this morning's fight is the last one. 7th Zone and Wargame end tonight, so make sure you do everything you need to do in those. The Asian and European anniversary event whale boxes end on Wednesday night. It does say Thursday there. It's Wednesday night for us. The paid Celestial Festival gacha is going until Thursday for us, so we might do something with that on Wednesday's stream. I haven't decided. So we'll have to figure it out. And then, of course, Thursday will be the last free gacha. Hopefully you guys have been doing that every single day. Need to take advantage of these things, guys. Need to take advantage. So, starting tomorrow, Longtail, Duo of Sun and Moon EX stages are available. Duo of Sun and Moon, the gacha, basically the villain units. 7th Zone and Record Buster. Wednesday, a Duo of Sun and Moon finale login bonus. That is going to be dropping for us. That's what's going to give you the iris and all that other stuff. And then on Friday, anime episode number 4, Danmachi Season 3 anime gacha, Danmachi Season 3 11 draw, 1 time free, of course we know that, new anime side stories, etc. And then next week we're going to get the version 10.4.6 update, new theme song available. So, exciting times, and True Familia Royale kicks off basically, a week and a day from today. So, good stuff, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. That is all the news. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll talk more about the new units because I've got to digest how they work and really plan that out. But that's everything, guys. Like, comment, share. I'll catch you guys on the next one.